What's going on, YouTube? This is Jay from Nick and Jay Breaks. Today we have a box of 89 OPC football, it says on the box, but they look like standard Topps cards. The reason I say that is it's got a little bit of French, or I believe that's French, writing on the side. And on the back, it does say OPC Company Limited from London, Canada. So we're going to open this up today. It says there's 48 packs in here. It says 48 count. So we're going to open these up and see what we get. And we'll just grab packs as we go. And on here, on the pack itself, it says Topps Company from Brooklyn, manufactured by OPC. It says right here. I don't know if you can make that out. But it says it's a registered user, trademark license with the Topps Company. I've never opened these up before, so I'm going to take a look and see inside if they say OPC on them or not. And they do have some nasty old gum on them. Oops. So there you can see the gum, pretty nasty. I'm not going to eat it, so we'll get that thrown out. It does stick to the cards pretty badly. Okay, so it looks like we have a Mark Clayton 1,000-yard club. And we got some miscut cards here pretty bad too. Vikings card, Rams team, looks like Bell. And we got a Merrill Hodge, that's a cool card. I remember Merrill Hodge. These do say on the back, Topps. They do not say, and it says the Topps Company down here as well. They do not say anything about OPC, so not sure how that all worked back in 1989. There's Jay Novacek, Johnny Rembert, and Eugene Marv. Now in 89, there was a lot of good rookies, but Barry Sanders, Troy Aikman, they're going to be in the traded set, not in the standard Topps box. So, but there is other rookies like Michael Irvin and I think Chris Carter and a few others are in here as well. So, Deion Sanders, I believe. But I do know Barry and Troy Aikman are in the traded series. Traded series. Okay, you got Mark Vlasic, Timothy Harris. Here's a Keith Jackson Topps All-Pro. Wilbur Marshall, JoJo Townsell. Here's a Jerry Rice Topps All-Pro, very cool card. And a 1,000-yard club, Henry Ellard. So it looks like there's 2, 4, 6 cards and 1 1,000-yard club per pack. At least that's what that pack had. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of this gum. It is just shattered in here. It is hard as a rock. At least it comes right off the card fairly clean. We have a Rich Karlis, Jerome Brown, Jim Jensen, Larry Roberts, Dan Hampton. He was pretty good for the Bears. Warren Williams from the Steelers, and Ickey Woods from the Ickey Woods Shuffle back in the day with the Bengals. You get a touchdown, he'd do his dance in the end zone. It was pretty cool. Called it the Ickey Shuffle. Guess I'm showing my age there a little bit. I remember that as if it was yesterday, unfortunately. All right, get some of this gum off here. I bought this box at an antique store last weekend. Cost me $16, so I didn't think that was a bad deal. I thought it'd be kind of cool to open it up, even though there's nobody big in this set, but just something fun to open, something different. So we got Keith Ferguson, Robert Del Pino, I remember him from the Rams. Nick Lowry, he was a good kicker, remember him from the old day Chiefs. Robert Moore, Pat Swilling, he was a pretty good linebacker for the Saints. Jim Everett, the old quarterback from the Rams. And then we got an Eric Martin 1,000-yard club. It'll be interesting to see how close we get to a set on this one. See how that all works out. we go. There's one that's not shattered anyway. Okay, there's Robin Cole, Paul Palmer, David Tate. I will admit I don't remember some of these guys. Wes Hopkins, I do remember him. Dave Duerson, Neil Anderson, I do remember him from the Bears, who's a running back. And Ricky Sanders from the Redskins, 1,000-yard club. All right, let's keep moving along here so we don't make this a long video. Yeah, some of this gum is just shattered and stuck to the back of some of these cards. But like I said, it comes right off, and doesn't seem to have too much residue on there, not that I can see. Vi Sakamia, John Stevens, Chris Burkett. There's a Michael Irvin rookie card. The Hall of Famer, Dallas Cowboys receiver. Not a big Cowboys fan, but it was a cool card of a very good player. Mickey Schuler, Packers quarterback Don Mikowski, and Gary Anderson, 1,000-yard club. Moving along here. Wow. This gum is something else. Here's Icky Woods, 1,000-yard club. And we got a John L. Williams from the Seahawks, the old running back. Lonzel Hill, I remember him from the Saints, wide receiver. John Settle, Charles Buchanan, and there's a Chris Chandler. I believe that is a rookie card as well. So he's a pretty good quarterback back in the day for the Colts. I believe he ended up in Atlanta for a few years there too at the end of his career, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, we got another Ricky Sanders 1,000-yard club. Got an extra one there, so I can give that over to Nick. And we got a Buccaneers card. Bobby Hebert used to play for the Michigan Panthers back in the old USFL. And then he had a career there with New Orleans for a while, back in the early, or probably mid-'80s. Mike Horan, Robert Perryman, Brent Fullwood, and a Packers card. Holland over the top. There is a lot of packs in here. I might have to do 2 videos on this one. I could do half now and do another video for the other half. I don't know if my phone will last that long with the storage. I need a new phone, so here's a Neil Anderson 1,000-yard club. Jim Arnold, the old kicker, punter from the Detroit Lions. And we got Keena Turner, Audrey Bruce, super rookie. There's a Bruce Smith, another Hall of Famer. He's an All-Pro. Bill Bates and Ricky Jackson from the Saints, another outside linebacker. He was pretty good back in the day as well. Yeah, at least the gum's getting easier to take off. There's Steve Mongo McMichael, played for the Bears. He's a professional wrestler for a few years back in the old WCW. Marvin Allen, Christian Okoye, a fantastic running back from the Chiefs back in the day. Carl Eckern, Chris Miller, Atlanta Falcons quarterback. Alfred Anderson, and an Eric Martin, 1,000-yard club. Not sure why these were marked as OPC on the box. Maybe it's just for sales purposes in Canada. If anybody knows, leave us a comment, let us know, because I'm kind of in the dark on this. I really don't know. I didn't really notice it said OPC until after I bought the box and was getting ready to open it. So, Mike Lansford, Fred Smerlis, Brian Sochia. There's an Eric Dickerson All-Pro card. He had the rookie running back record for most yards back in, I think, '84. Andre Tippett and Perry Kemp. Our 1,000-yard club is John Settle, running back from the Falcons. Keep plugging along here. Sounds like broken glass coming off here, but for the most part, it's coming off the card too. Just, I don't know. This one's not too good though. This one's not going to be. It's going to have some gum residue on there. It's Greg Bell, and we've got Tom Newberry, Tony Eason. There's a Warren Moon, another Hall of Famer. Played for the Oilers. He had quite a career with Seattle, and Warren played for the CFL for a while. Marcus Allen, another superstar. Dave Brown, and Ken O'Brien, the old Jets quarterback. Okay, we got Al Toon from the Jets. Gary Plummer, remember him? Sean Jones. Here's the Ickey Woods rookie. It's a pretty cool card. Devin Mitchell and Chuck Cecil. He was the safety for the Green Bay Packers. And a Jerry Rice with a big stick of gum that come right off. Nice. I don't even feel any residue on there. Hopefully that stays pretty clean. It's got a little mark on there, but I don't think it's going to take away from the card. We've got Brad Mustard, Van McElroy, Lionel Manuel, T.J. Turner, Ed Too Tall Jones. That's a 70s star right there, early 80s. End of his career right there, pretty much. Dave Craig, the quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. He was pretty good. And a Joe Morris, 1,000-yard club. Another good running back for the New York Giants. Pretty cool. Let's keep plugging along best we can here. Love opening up these old boxes. It's really cool. It brings back a lot of memories. All right, there's Tunch Ilkin. I remember him from the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was an offensive tackle. Albert Lewis, James Hasty, super rookie. Stanford Jennings, Hassan Jones, James Wilder, and a Herschel Walker, 1,000-yard club. Played for the Cowboys, and I think he started with the Vikings and got traded to the Cowboys. Back in the day, that was a big trade back then. These old wax wrappers are pretty cool. Nice and easy to get off usually. You got Aaron Cox. There's a Phil Simms. There's another Hall of Famer. Johnny Meads. Steve Jordan. Greg Townsend. You notice some of these are pretty miscut or off center. Scott Dill. Some of them are nice. That one's not bad. And we got a Kurt Warner. Not the Kurt Warner most people know. This guy played for the Seahawks back in the day. Not a quarterback. He is a running back. So, a little bit different Kurt Warner than most people are used to. All right. And we've got a Patriots card. Pre-Tom Brady, obviously. Eric Allen. There's a Brian Bosworth. He ended up being somewhat of a movie guy. He had a couple movies back in the day. He was pretty good for a couple years, inside linebacker for the Seahawks. David Fulcher, Ernest Biner, he was pretty good for the Browns. And a Giants card. And Al Toon from the Jets, 1,000-yard club. And we're getting probably almost halfway there. There's a Chris Carter. I believe this would be a rookie card for him. Even though it's not marked a rookie, I believe it's his first NFL card, if I remember right. Lewis Lips from the Pittsburgh Steelers, wide receiver. Bart Oates from the Giants. He was the center. Mark Vlasic, Chargers. Troy Stafford, Dino Hackett. And a Roger Craig, 1,000-yard club. He was a really good running back as well. I think he's got a couple Super Bowl rings. Back with the mid-'80s San Francisco 49ers. That was a dynasty as well. Okay, we got Marty Lyons, Mark Rozier, Super Bowl card. Here's Joe Montana in those mid-'80s super great 49er team. Great team. It's an old Tony Dorsett. This is one of his last cards, if not his last card of his career. Lewis Sharp and Ron Johnson. And we got a Mike Rozier 1,000-yard club. Them sticks of gum are coming off a little easier as we go, so not too bad. Okay, we got Eugene Lockhart, Reggie Roby, he was pretty good. Punter for the Miami Dolphins. Eric McMillan, super rookie. Scott Studwell. Can't remember him. Bobby Hebert again. Here's a Chris Spielman. Fantastic linebacker for the Detroit Lions. Maybe one of the best linebackers to ever play. Really good. Really good linebacker. John Stevens, running back for the Patriots back in the day. All right. Let's keep cranking here. You got Paul Gruber, Tampa Bay Buccaneers tackle. He was really good back in the day. Mike Wise, Keith Woodside, Hanford Dixon, Ricky Reynolds, John Telchik, and looks like we got a Roy Green 1,000-yard club. Them sticks of gum are coming off a little easier as we go, so that's cool. I don't know if these packed wrappers are any different than the standard tops, but I maybe have to look one up online and see what they look like and kind of match them up. I'm trying not to rip any. I'm going to try to keep them. So there's a Dan Marino from the Dolphins. Obviously a great quarterback, Hall of Famer. David Little. Steve Berline, another pretty good quarterback for the Raiders back in the day. He played for a few teams as far as I remember. Keith Millard. Dennis Gibson, Lions inside linebacker. And we got an interception leaders card of Eric McMillan and Scott Case. And we got a 1,000-yard club of Eddie Brown from the Bengals. Here you got Dennis McKinnon, Ruben Rodriguez, Tim McKyer, James Jones of the Lions. He was the old running back. Rufus Porter of the Seahawks. Another pretty good linebacker. Jay Schrader of the Raiders, quarterback. He played for a while, a few years. And looks like we got another Ickey Woods 1,000-yard club. You guys have any comments or anything else you'd like to see us try to purchase and do breaks on? I'd like to do some more vintage breaks. Try to do it on Thursdays for Throwback Thursday if we can. Just let us know. Leave a comment down below. Danny Noonan, Vesty Jackson, Mike Quick, Mike Lansford, Mike Wise. I think we had one of those already. And Ray Donaldson. And we got an Anthony Carter 1,000-yard club. Very good receiver for the Minnesota Vikings. He also played in the USFL back in the 80s. I believe he played for the Michigan Panthers, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, we got Mark May. Mike Tomczak, he was pretty good. Quarterback for the Chicago Bears. Jay Hilgenberg, center for the Bears. There's Lawrence Taylor, Topps All-Pro. Man, I wish that was a little bit better center. That's a great card. Art Still. Pepper Johnson, he was pretty good for the Giants. And looks like we got a Mark Clayton from the Dolphins. One of Dan Marino's targets for quite a few years. Mark Clayton and Mark Duper, both two pretty good wide receivers. Unfortunately, they never won a Super Bowl. I think they went to one, but they didn't win it. Right. Here we got J.T. Smith. There's a Jim McMahon. Joey Browner. Gary Reasons. Randall Cunningham. Another good quarterback. He had a comeback a few years ago. A little bit of a comeback. It's a Roger Craig Topps All-Pro card. And a Henry Ellard 1,000-yard club. Nice. Got some gum residue on there, but it looks like it's coming off pretty easily. All right, we're at the 20-minute mark, guys. I think I'm going to stop here. I'm going to do a second video, and I'll post them both. I don't know if I'll connect them together, if I'll do two separate ones. I'll ask Nick how he wants me to do it. He's a boss, so. But just showing off some cards in the back as well. Just some older cards. Got John Elway. I just got this in a trade not too long ago, probably about a month ago. The old Pro line, it's got the embossed thing on the bottom here. It shows it's authentic. And that is a John Elway autograph. Very cool card. And of course, got some Brett Favre. Got an old Johnny Unitas. It's pretty cool. I believe it's a 60. I think this one's a 61. Very cool card. Well, yeah, it's probably around there, 62. And then a couple other ones in the back that I've acquired lately. So, all right, guys, I'll figure out how I'm going to do this and get the second half of this box broke, and we'll either dump one video or we'll do two separate ones. We'll see how Nick wants to do it. I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm back. There's 22 more packs to go, so we're a little more than halfway there. I'm going to try to get through these fairly quick so the video's not too long. Sorry, you need to take a drink. I think we'll probably do one video if I can link them together without any issues. Again, like I said, my phone is the issue. It's don't have much storage. I need a new phone. So, Alonzo Highsmith, Doug Smith, Carl Mecklenburg. He was pretty good. Outside linebacker for the Broncos. Jim Breach. There's a Thurman Thomas rookie card. Not bad. I forgot he was in this set. Great running back for the Buffalo Bills. Him and Barry Sanders went to Oklahoma together, so pretty good couple running backs they had back then. And Pete Manley. And we got a Ricky Sanders, another one. 1,000-yard club. I think this is the third one we got. Hope we get a set of those. I don't think I have a set. I did just complete my 89 top set not too long ago, so I don't think I'll need any of the cards, but I might need some of the 1,000-yard club to finish that set. Okay, we've got Gary Anderson. There's a Dan Marino base card. Nice. Jay Hilgenberg again. Clarence Verdon. Simon Fletcher. Cedric Mack. And our 1,000-yard club is Gary Anderson. I think we got one of those before, too. All right. I think this is going to be a Steve Largent on the front. Another great receiver. Yep, Steve Largent. Seattle Seahawks. Another Hall of Famer. Brian Blades, he was pretty good for the Seattle Seahawks. He was a wide receiver. Donnie Elder. Stephen Baker. Jamie Holland. Raiders, it's Marcus Allen on that card. Breaking through the line. And looks like we got a Greg Bell, 1,000-yard club. Sounds bad when it's coming off, but they're really coming off pretty clean. Very little residue on there. And we got Chris Dolman. He was really good. Defensive end for the Vikings. Mike Kofer for the Lions. Lionel James. Steve DeBerg, Kansas City Chiefs quarterback. Probably not as good as Mahomes, but he wasn't a bad quarterback as well. Chip Lohmiller, he was pretty good for the Redskins. He was a kicker for a long time. And Doug Williams, Redskins quarterback. I think he's got a Super Bowl win under his wing, too, with them. Lionel Manuel is the wide receiver for the Giants on the 1,000-yard club. There's a John Elway card. I'm glad the star cards are on the front, not on the back where the gum is stuck. So, not bad. Nice card. It's even well centered. I'll have to put that one away. Tim McGee. Here's Mark Clayton, the other half of the Mark wide receivers from Miami. Mark Duper and Mark Clayton. And Chris Hinton, Topps All-Pro. Brian Moss. Max Montoya, I believe he might be another Hall of Famer. I'm not sure, but he's a pretty good player as well. And Kurt Warner. There's a Steve Largent base card. There's Shane Conlon. Oh, well, these are all upside down. Anthony Carter again. I think that's the second one we got of him. Ozzie Newsome. He was pretty good too. Bubby Brister. I remember Bubby Brister. Quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And Gary Zimmerman. And we got a John Stevens. Again, I think we got one of these already. Keep moving through these. There's a lot of packs in here. I think the difference is there's 48 packs here when normally there used to be 36. So maybe that's a little bit different too. But I think they give you less cards per pack, I'm assuming. Oh, look at that Bo Jackson. Man, it is off center. Wow. That would be a nice card to have centered. Ronnie Harmon. There's Vance Johnson. There's a Doug Flutie. Back when he played for the Patriots. Vaughn Johnson. Sorry. And Mark Bavard. And a Roy Green. 1,000-yard club. There we go. Yeah, we got John Kidd, Seth Joyner, Thomas Sanders, Clay Matthews. That's the Clay Matthews from the old Packers. That's his dad, I believe, or his uncle. I can't remember which. Eric Allen, Joey Browner, Topps All-Pro, and an Eric Dickerson 1,000-yard club. The gum comes right off. Cool. It's a nice card. Not many ugly cards out there, but these are pretty nice. There we got Scott Norwood, Mark Jackson, Gary James, Mark May, another Dan Marino. It's even nicely centered. Not bad. Bill Fralick. And looks like we got an Eric Martin 1,000-yard club from the Saints. Not bad. Here we got Paul Moyer, Jarvis Williams, super rookie, Wesley Walker, Carlos Carson, David Little, John Offerdahl, and another Jerry Rice 1,000-yard club. Come on off there, nice and easy, nice. Not bad. Not too bad. All right. Here we got Cornelius Bennett. Great player, man. He was a great linebacker for the Bills. He was on that Bills team, I think, that went to the Super Bowl like 4 times in a row. Nate Newton, Neil Lomax, Rulon Jones, Roger Vick, Michael Dean Perry, and Neil Anderson. Awesome. Okay. Clyde Simmons, David Grant, Raymond Claiborne, Steve Sewell, Rick Donnelly, Michael Carter, and a Joe Morris 1,000-yard club. We got a couple of his already. Okay. These packs, you could tell they've been, I don't know, they're kind of, the wax is like breaking down or something. It's kind of getting crumply and dry. Stanley Morgan, Ray Alexander, John Offerdahl again, Keith Millard, Lee Williams, Jacob Green, and a John Settle. I think we had one of these already as well. That's okay. Keep moving along. It would be cool if there was Barry Sanders or Troy Aikman rookies in this, but I guess they're just in the traded set. So there's Charles Mann, Carl Lee, Topps All-Pro, Gary Clark. He was in the USFL as well. Morton Anderson, he was a longtime kicker for the Saints. Barry Wilburn, Dale Hatcher, and a Roger Craig, another one. All right, we're getting down there. I think we're under 10 now. Webster Slaughter, I haven't seen his card yet in here. There's a checklist, nice and clean. Off center, but it's nice and clean. William Fuller, Alonzo Highsmith, David Galloway, Ron Rivera, the coach from, I think he's with the Redskins now. He's the former coach of the Carolina Panthers. And Lionel Manuel. Come on. There. That one's stuck on there pretty good. I'll wait till later to do that. And there's a Mark Carrier, wide receiver from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. David Galloway, Carl Mecklenburg, Pat Leahy, Kevin Green. He was pretty good too. I think he's in the Hall of Fame. And also a professional wrestler for a while back in the day. Art Monk, another great wide receiver from the Washington Redskins. And Drew Hill, 1,000-yard club, old Houston Oiler. Used to love those uniforms. I don't know why. Okay. There's a Ronnie Lott, Topps All-Pro card. A little off center side to side, but not terrible. Got a little ding corner down here. And Darren Nelson, Greg Bell, Pete Hallahan, Tom Rathman, another good running back for the 49ers, backup running back, I believe. Jackie Slater, he was pretty good back in the day. And an Al Toon, 1,000-yard club. Some of those sticks of gums just fall right off, and some are pretty stuck to them. So, but they give you like doubles and triples in here, so not going to be a big deal. Let's see. Okay. Here's a Reggie White, Topps All-Pro. It's a great card. That was before he played for Green Bay when he was still with Philly. Anthony Munoz, and I believe he's another Hall of Famer. Great tackle. Dwight Stone, Mike Kofer, Anthony Miller, Tony Zendajays, Bruce Hill, 1,000-yard club. There we go. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, nice card. We got 4 more packs to go, and we're getting to the end. Okay, Marcus Cotton. Andre Reed, great wide receiver for the Bills. Reggie Langhorne. John Elliott. Mark Kelso, Dexter Manley. And a John Stevenson, 1,000-yard club. Come on, there we go. Like I said, it comes right off. There's a very little of a mark or a little residue, but not much at all. So, considering these things are 31 years old, you know, it's to be expected they're not going to be mint. And again, there's another Kurt Warner, the running back. Henry Ellard. Dalton Hilliard. Ricky Sanders, he was pretty good for the Redskins, wide receiver. Terry Hogue. There's another checklist. And what do we got here? Eddie Brown from the Bengals. And that one's not too good. It's going to be a little warped. That gum pretty pressed in there pretty good on the bottom. All right, almost to the end, guys. Thanks for hanging with us. I know it's a little bit of a long video, but we'll get through it here. Freddie Joe Nunn, Robert Awalt, Lorenzo Hampton, haven't seen that card yet. Mike Singletary, All-Pro. Danny Stubbs. And Greg Bell. And 1,000-yard club, oh, I believe that's Al Toon again. So, got a few of these now. Fortunately, because that one's not in great shape. Last pack, guys. No last pack mojo. There's no hits in these. They're just old cards. So let's see what we get here. Gene Lang, Michael Walter, Bill Brooks, Brian Brennan, Ray Berry, Curtis Adams, and a Mark Clayton 1,000-yard club. Not bad. All right, folks, that is the last pack. The box is empty. The top was pretty much tore off when I bought it, but it just fell off right between the videos when I stopped. And this is what it looks like when you open that old stuff. You get a big old pile of gum. And no, I'm not going to take no triple dog dare and chew it. Looks pretty nasty. So, again, guys, thanks for joining us. Hopefully you can give us a thumbs up if you like this video down below. Or maybe subscribe if you like what we're doing. I'll try to find some more vintage football for me to break. And I know Nick has another video upcoming as well. So hopefully if you stay tuned, we'll try to do a few videos a week. Let's get this thing rolling. Thanks, guys. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.